So I just got laid off from my job.
Look at that. Hey guys, AJ here back with another one for you. So guys, 2025 is a rough time to be a 304, man. Guys, all these strong and independent chicks.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
They're finding out, guys. They're finding out.
Winter is coming.
Guys, winter is here because they're getting laid off all over the United States. There's chicks getting emails and getting Zoom calls, and all they hear is,
You're fired!
What? They're getting fired. Guys, it's happening all over because, guys, DEI is gone. These HR jobs are getting cut. AI is coming. You know what I'm saying? And these chicks are cooked. They claim to be strong and independent, but all their jobs are not essential at all. The moment that these companies have to tighten the purse strings, all of a sudden they get kicked out. So, guys, we're going to go to the dumpster fire known as TikTok. And, guys, we're going to do a long video today, right? And, guys, I don't think I'm going to talk much. I'm going to let the videos speak for themselves, all right? Let's look at a whole bunch of chicks crying about getting laid off. And it's even worse when they sit there and film themselves getting fired, right? Really? Seriously? You know? Guys, you think that we're going to feel bad for you because you got fired from your stupid, useless job that doesn't even pay your student loans, that's not even using your useless degree?
Shit.
So guys, we'll get into this, but before we do, like, subscribe, drop a comment. Guys, I have a second channel called 51304s. That is linked in the description, so please go and check that out. Join my Discord. Check out the playlist at the end. Guys, I'm offering memberships now, so guys, please go and hit that join button or the link in the description because memberships really help the channel out. Thanks to all you guys that are already members. I really appreciate that. You guys are the best, and guys... I know, guys, I know. You won't be able to understand what this dunderhead's saying, so of course, I have to translate.
We now can Vapodo.
Let's go.
So I just got laid off from my job. Now what? Not exactly the post I had scheduled for today, but I am only like 975 followers away from being in the Creator Rewards program and making a couple pennies on my content, which might help out a little bit now. So let's feed Patrick and distract ourselves and make some bread. I worked for a managed care organization, so we manage healthcare in the community using Medicaid and Medicare dollars, and I would imagine that some of this is happening because of the Medicaid dollars being reduced by like so much, like billions of dollars. Never been fired or laid off from a job ever, so this is very much new territory for me. I'm a nurse, and at this job, I managed nurses and social workers, and I know I'll be able to find another job. Like, I'm not worried about that, but I worked from home. I had tons of flexibility. It was not on my 2025 bingo card. As a nurse, I know it won't be difficult to find another job. But, you know, finding one that suits your lifestyle and your work and home boundaries in the medical field and the nursing field is not the easiest thing these days. And I've worked from home for almost 5 years, so it will definitely be a big change no matter what it ends up to be. If you're interested in sourdough content, maybe even some interviews, laid off, new job content. Maybe that's in my future. But sourdough in particular, if you're interested in sourdough content, please follow along. I am almost eligible for the Creator Rewards program, which means I can monetize on my content. So that would be really helpful. It'd be really cool if anybody else who has been laid off could leave me some advice, because I've never been here before, so just gonna start looking for a new job like I'm fresh out of school, I guess. Anybody who hits that follow button today is more appreciated than I could ever put into words, and I hope you guys have a better Tuesday than I am.
I got laid off yesterday and I'm literally shaking talking about this. I really debated whether or not I was going to even post about this, and I decided ultimately that this was probably a journey that I should share with you guys, especially because of the macroeconomic environment right now. There are a lot of layoffs happening, so if you have gone through a layoff recently, I'm right there with you. Majority of yesterday to obviously process what had happened, especially because it came out of nowhere. Absolutely no warning was provided. A meeting was just put on my calendar the day of for 3:30, and my manager and HR hopped on the call and they literally said, "We're gonna have to let you go. We're tightening some things up." Surprisingly, I did not cry. It was obviously very disappointing, but honestly, I had felt like I was not in the right place for the majority of the past year that I had been in this job, but I had been pretty much trying to force it, and I think the universe was definitely just saying, "Grace, it is time for you to move on." I also definitely had an identity crisis. If you guys know me, you know that I take a lot of pride and joy in my ability to be a really hard worker and a good worker as well. In the company that I was at previous to this company, I was a top performer. I literally closed 100% of my deals. Like, a big part of my identity, it does lie in being really good at my job. And I'm realizing that that's probably something that I should work to take out of my identity, because at the end of the day, we are so much more than our jobs. There is a saying that basically says, if a flower is not blooming, you don't change the flower, you move the environment that it's in. And I think the reason that I'm able to take this so calmly is because I know that something really amazing is about to come my way. I think that if something similar has happened to you, it's really important right now for you not to take this personally. It is not your fault if a company is not able to effectively manage their finances or has overhired or any other issues that ultimately trickle down to you being let go from the company. And I think that this is an important lesson that all of us are learning this year, and I'm definitely seeing a trend in all types of employees taking a lot of ownership in maintaining work-life balance and making sure that their job doesn't take up a majority of their life, which I personally love. If you guys have been following me in the past 2 months, you know that I have been taking a lot of intentional action to make sure that I'm building a consistent and disciplined lifestyle that aligns with the type of woman that I want to be. And this was just another aligned action that I unfortunately was not expecting at all to come my way. But I guess now I can look at it as a pleasant surprise. When something like this happens in your life and it makes you feel like you have officially hit rock bottom, you have a pivotal choice to make in this type of moment. You have the ability and the freedom in this moment to make a choice that comes next that will put you either in the right direction that you're supposed to go or keep you stagnant. I know I'm personally taking the next few days to really reflect on what I want for the rest of my life and make sure that whatever opportunity I take next really aligns with what I know I'm supposed to do. I'm really excited to see what comes next. I actually already have a couple of opportunities lined up, which I'm super grateful for. But I definitely want to make sure that I'm making the right decision for whatever comes next, because this past decision that I made obviously was not the best one that I should have taken on. But we live and we learn. And I'm super excited because I feel like the world is my oyster at this point. Like, I have the freedom to be able to make a really, really important decision, and that's not something that I'm taking lightly in any way. I will be sharing about this process because I think that it helps to be able to share and be able to connect with people who are also going through it. So if you are also going through something like this, feel free to send me a message. Let's talk about it. I've been talking with so many people over the past day, and it has helped a lot. So if anything, make sure that you reach out to your support system and do not try to take on this alone. It is very important for you to be supported, especially during a time like this.
So I got laid off. Got an email a few days ago, and basically the company I'm working for is doing budget cuts. Nothing personal. It is what it is. I'm moving on, and the past few days I've just been kind of trying to figure out like what my next move is and what I want to do, what industry I want to go into. And then I was like really thinking about it, and I'm like, maybe this is just God's way of giving me an opportunity to do this full time. And so as of now, I have decided I am a full-time content creator, which is crazy to say because I never would have thought that. It was never my plan, but it kind of just feels right. And it feels like it's the only job I've ever had where I've actually felt like I'm adding value and I'm having like some sort of impact, and it's adding a lot of value to my life, and I just like truly enjoy it. So why not go full force and do this full time? So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see or what you don't want to see. I really want to give you guys engaging, interesting, different content, something that's like unique but like still true to myself. Let me know in the comments or message me. And thank you guys so much for your support, because if it wasn't for this, I really don't know what I would do. I'd probably go work a job and I'd be okay, like I'd be fine, but I feel really lucky that I have this as an option because I truly love it and I enjoy it. Thank you guys so much. I have some trips coming up. I'm going to New York on Thursday for an engagement party, so I'm hoping to make some really good content out of that and just share more about my life. Let me know what you guys want to see, and again, thank you so much for your support. It means everything, and I really don't know what I would do without this right now, so thank you.
Of course.
We now can ban the
So yesterday I got laid off from my job after almost 2 years of being a film director there, and it just sucks. Honestly, it was out of the blue, but also in a weird way I felt it coming just because of the way the company was going. I got a Slack message, asking me to meet in 5 minutes. And as soon as I got that message, I knew what that meant. And honestly, it's been about 24 hours that I've had to process this, and I'm not like angry. Like, there's some anger, of course, but I'm more just like mad at myself because I really thought, and I know better, but I thought, you know what? Maybe this company, this organization will care about me as a person and not just see me as somebody who helps get the money. And that was stupid of me. Because we all know that that's not how companies work. And I'm upset that I allowed myself to even believe that for a second. I think the thing that sucks as well, like in these kind of situations, is, you build rapport with coworkers. They become your friends. I spend more time with my coworkers than I do anybody else in my life. And so it's like losing just like a family, and that sucks. And yeah, like everybody's local and everybody's just like a phone call away, but there's something about being in the trenches with people that really just creates community and trust. And I'm really gonna miss that, like, a lot. I loved my coworkers. And honestly, the first thing I thought after I was let go was, oh shit, like, I don't have benefits. Like, I'm not gonna have health insurance. I'm not gonna have like my 401k. Like, just like all these things that like ran through my mind. And obviously, like, I know there's like COBRA and there's all this legalese of stuff, but it's just not the same. And that's just like a sucky position to be put in because your pride's already hurt, your confidence is shot, and now you get like 2 weeks or whatever to figure out how you're gonna maintain everything else in your life. I'm just so thankful for my friends and my family who have just really like been with me these past few hours and just like uplifted me and, you know, just cried with me. I just thank God that I have such a like strong circle of people in my life. And I'm gonna pause because nobody wants to see me cry. Okay, we're back. That being said, I'm really gonna start leaning into this TikTok thing. You guys have been really awesome just to hang out with and like talk to. And so I have more time now. So I have more time to make videos and make content, but also like TikTok has been an amazing platform for me as just like passive income. And so yeah, like, share, repost, help me keep my house. I have no doubt that God's in control and that God has a plan for me. I just kind of want to be clued in a little bit. It's going to be rough for the first few weeks for sure, but I'm trying to look at this as like a positive thing because now I have the freedom to start over and do something new. I don't know if that means going back to teaching. I don't know if that means staying in the film industry. I don't know if that means I'm going to work at a warehouse and make minimum wage. I have no idea, but this is a new start. It's a sucky ending, but it's a new start. If you have any tips on how you may have bounced back from a situation similar to this, I'm all ears. Thanks everyone again just for being so loving and supportive. And yeah, stay tuned for what happens next.
I just got laid off, but at least I look pretty doing it. I'm so stupid.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Crazy thing is I'm not sad at all. And a part of me feels like, should I be sad or worried? I'm just not. I actually feel really relieved. I feel like this is the right next step for me. Even though it's by force, like you're getting your ass kicked out the door. I'm not sad about it. I'm expectant and I'm excited for what's next in my life. And a part of me wonders, should I start exploring one of these opportunities in my inbox? Just kidding. Ew. I'm just joking. No, I was wanting a change for a while. Some things happen by choice, some things happen by force, but I just see it all as a blessing for me. All of it. Anything that does not work out for me, I see it as a blessing. Because there's so many opportunities in my life that just didn't work out. And then I look back on it and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy that did not work out, even though I really wanted it. Or certain things that do work out, but they come unexpectedly. And you end up thinking like, wow, this was like the best thing that could have happened for me in this time in my life. And I just wasn't expecting it. So that's why I'm not sad. I know there will be some changes in my life, especially to like my day-to-day, no longer logging in on my computer. I'm going to take this next month as an opportunity to celebrate me. My birthday's in a couple weeks. I have a girls trip to Puerto Rico coming up. There's some projects that I wanted to dedicate my time on. And I'm going to be sharing it all here on social media, just like I always do. So right now, I'm going to go to a restaurant. I'm going to buy myself a cocktail and a nice meal, and I'm going to sit next to the water, and I'm going to celebrate these past 3 years that I put in. Because even my boss, who didn't know that I was getting laid off today until after it already happened, mentioned to me that she was really shocked because I was one of the top contributors on her team. Like when she looks at the pipeline contribution, she was really shocked it was me. So instead of being sappy about what I feel like I'm losing, I'm going to celebrate everything that I've done. Because I've contributed really great work over the past 3 years, and that should be celebrated. I never thought that I would get into the tech industry, put in so much work to get into this industry, and I am going to celebrate that.
Come with me to get laid off. I joined a meeting with my manager this morning and HR was there, so I knew immediately what was happening. My company has not been doing well lately, but I just naively thought that'll never affect me. I thought wrong. My initial reaction was to cry, not out of sadness, but just out of pure shock. And my parents happened to be in town, which I am so grateful for today. Although the reason they're in town is that I just bought a new home. Talk about timing. I still have to furnish this home, even though I'm not going to be making any money, so I went furniture shopping. I took a quick mental breakdown in Ashley Furniture, just contemplating what my life looks like now. But then I realized I just need to eat, and that'll make me feel better. So we went out to lunch, and then I realized I could just take a nap right now in the middle of the day. So that's what I did. I had a hair appointment that I had already booked, and there was a lady there who was just totally rubbing in my face that she was employed. How rude. And then I went and got a milkshake to emotionally eat before sitting down to file for unemployment. As it turns out, since I worked 1 day this week, I have to wait until next week to get any benefits. So see you back here then.
Today, I was laid off after being with the same company for almost 20 years. It was really my first job out of high school. It's all I've ever known. And I worked my way up into the company. I've been very loyal, and today I was laid off, and I'm absolutely devastated. And I've got this little shop on here, Addison May Designs, and I'm just hoping with this video, if you see it, if you could please give my little shop a follow, give us a share, a like, anything, maybe just a little engagement, just to say hi, just to help my little shop get more exposure. I've been in the same company for a long time, and my husband's a stay-at-home dad, so this is really gonna hurt us. And I've had this business as a hobby. It's been my outlet for a really long time, and now it's gonna be my main source of income. I work in tech, and I don't have a college degree, so it's gonna be really hard to get a decent paying job again. So if you could like my little business, share it, please comment, just anything to get us a little more engagement. I would be truly grateful. Thank you.
I was unexpectedly laid off from my job this week. I don't even know how to start this video. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Jamie. I'm a social media strategist, and my entire account is about helping creators and brands grow. And I have spent about a decade in this field working in social media, marketing, digital marketing, all the things. And on top of it being my full-time job, I also come onto TikTok and create content helping other content creators and brands grow their accounts, make sales, find their people, all the things. And I share a lot of that here on TikTok. With my last job, I would travel a lot for work, and I would vlog that and all the things. So I felt like I needed to make a video, like giving a life update on that. Earlier this week, I got the very dreaded short notice meeting put on my calendar, and I pretty much immediately knew what it was about. My husband and my best friend were like, no, it's not that. You're not getting let go. It's okay, whatever. And I just like knew. I see so many videos on TikTok of other people saying like, oh, I got the 15-minute meeting and then I was laid off. And so I just like knew in my gut that that's what it was. So I was a little bit mentally prepared, but I don't really think anything can mentally prepare you for that conversation. Basically, my team was restructuring and they no longer needed my role, and they just eliminated my role, effective immediately. Processing that has been a journey because I've never experienced this before, and I feel like right now I'm in a chapter of my life that like was completely unexpected. I'm a very type A person. I'm a planner. I like to know what's going on. I like to have goals and plans and all these things, and honestly, like 2025 is not panning out exactly how I thought it would for our family. It's been a very hard pill to swallow, to just like let God be in control and let God write the story and lead me to where he wants me next. But I'm trying to remain positive because there's not anything I can do. I'm very fortunate that earlier this year I launched my own strategy company by Jamie Social, and it's not something that I fully like dove into on here, and I haven't like 100% like marketed myself, talked about it a ton. I do talk about it like in other videos, and I have a website linked on my profile, and I get inbound emails all the time, and I do take on clients. But it's more been like kind of a side thing because I had a full-time job. But for what it is and the time that I've put into it, my business has been incredibly successful. So I am so incredibly thankful that that is going to be something that is able to sustain us like while I'm open to work. Just taking a leap and a chance on myself. I've never had the time to really sit down and devote full-time effort to my own business, and now I do. So I'm taking that as a blessing. I also have a lot of amazing connections and a really great network, so I'm feeling very confident that wherever God is directing me to next, I'm not stressed about it, I'm not worried about it. I obviously went through my moments of panic, and for the time being, I'm able to put my all in on By Jamie Social and focus on that, and that's really exciting. I'm just trying to handle this with positivity, and I know that everything's gonna work out. So if you don't already follow me, hello, I'm your new unemployed friend. Well, I guess I own my own business, but technically unemployed from a full-time job. So make sure you're following the journey to see what we do next.
Y'all, I think I'm about to get fired. Because they just put a random meeting on my calendar with HR. Girl, I know what that means. Just get it over with. Like, just text it to me.
Is experiencing a moment of significant change. So this has required us to manage the business more tightly, focusing on billability. So we in the other sectors have been working through efforts to increase staff billability to reach FY26 billability targets. And so we're continuously evaluating or your location or the expertise or the years of experience, right? And so the decision It's not made lightly by the leaders in the health account, but at this time, we're moving forward with your formal severance notification detail. And so now I am going to have Adam discuss the next steps, right? And for
would be on August 18th, which would be 10 business days from today. You are eligible for a severance payment, which is calculated based on your role and your tenure with the organization. And is because of this action, your access will be shut off tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, this is not the news you want to get on your second day. Day 2 of my new job, and I have a quick chat in 2 minutes with an executive in HR. So I might be getting laid off on my second day. 1 minute.
Hi, Rosemary.
Hi.
Hi, I know we haven't met yet. I'm Anne. I run the people team. So you've met Greg Russell. I think you've talked to him quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So Greg is in my organization.
Mm-hmm.
I've also asked Kyle to join us, so he should be joining. Here he is right now.
Okay.
I've asked him to be here primarily just to be, here for you as your witness, and for us to have this conversation. I have to tell you, I'm extremely regretful that we're having this conversation. I know you just started, and unfortunately, we've had a lot of conversations happening right up until the last minute about some changes we're going to make in the organization. And I'm sorry to say that your role has been impacted. We had a really short window sort of between your start date and this decision, and we felt it was better to have you start and have access to health insurance and kind of all of the benefits that would come with, starting with the organization versus rescinding the offer. So I apologize. I know this is very shocking and difficult, but I hope we can kind of work through this together, and I'll be available to you as well as Greg to help with in any way we can.
Okay.
I know your situation is quite different, so anything we can do to be supportive, please let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, this is an incredibly difficult situation. I appreciate everything you've contributed, and really just how thoughtful you were through your interview process as well.
Thank you. Yeah, this is not the news you want to get on your second day, because this has been so unexpected. I would really appreciate a full 2 months, so I'm wondering if there's any way that I can get 2 extra weeks of pay.
I don't have an answer for that, but I'm noting that down. We can take that into consideration, have conversation about that, and let you know.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosemary.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Awesome.
Thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, of course.
Kayla, this is not an easy day. It's not easy to say these words to you, but as it was announced during the town hall, our goal is to become a world-class function as we establish and accelerate and orchestrate existing and new business processes, policies, and operational services. Therefore, our team will implement changes that will result in a change of competencies and responsibilities across various leadership and support roles. And based on the shift and ongoing efforts to simplify the way we work, unfortunately, your position has been eliminated. This is not a reflection of your performance, and I do encourage you to apply for any new roles that do interest you.
We're asking you to work until May 24th. That's going to be your release day, just to ensure business continuity.
Do you have any questions?
No, just a lot to process, but not right now.
So I got laid off today. Yep. What I was fearing most this year, because of all the changes happening within the education system, happened. And I made a video about this a couple of weeks ago, talking about how a lot of people within the industry are getting laid off due to federal funding being cut, due to various staff reduction, things of that nature. So anyway, I just thought now that I share my journey now that I have been laid off, and now I have to really find a replacement. Am I sad? I'm absolutely sad. I'm devastated that I have to leave a place where I really loved working. It's okay because I have all the resources that I've talked about on this platform. We have resumes that are created with the help of AI. We have other resources like networking, we have LinkedIn, and we're just gonna keep marching forward. So, happy Monday. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
So there you go, guys, right? You notice there's a couple reoccurring themes there, you know? They all say that this is a new opportunity and a new step in their journey, and that God's gonna give them a new opportunity. Guys, God has nothing to do with the fact that they're unemployed, broke 304s. And then you guys notice how a good chunk of them said that they're gonna use TikTok now to make money, right? Come on, you absolute dunderhead.
You stupid woman!
These chicks are cooked. And they'll say, oh, I'm in tech. No, you're not. You're in recruiting in tech. You're in marketing at a tech place. You're not a software engineer, you dunderhead.
You stupid woman!
Guys, these chicks are cooked. They're cooked, you know? And guys, they're going to be hitting you guys up on Facebook because they want you guys to swoop in and pay their bills.
Here I come to save the day.
Guys, don't pay their bills. Don't pay their bills. Don't pay their bills. All right, you guys, this is Age. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, guys. I'm out of here. Have a good one.